All right, y'all. Friday, November 14th, you know what I'm saying, 2025. The sun just peeked its, self out, Yeah, man, if y'all just look around, you can see we're just surrounded by clouds, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful sunny day with clouds all in the sky, that seems to be the normal now. When I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember the skies looking cloudy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't remember the mornings being cold. You hear me? You know, uh, I be looking at the school children and I be like, man, y'all gotta go to school with jackets and stuff. Man, we left the house with just a pair of shorts and t-shirt on, growing up. And that would be 7 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? The sun would be poking out 7 in the morning. So fam, just something to think about. Why is there so many clouds in the sky nowadays? Why does it stay so cold in the morning and it gets so cold at night now? All these things, what I'm saying, mind boggling to me. I'm just wondering how y'all feel about it. Feel free to drop a comment on this video on on what y'all think about the weather, man, because the weather to me is very weird. Right now we have a lot of wind. My land right here, is getting a lot of wind on this land, man. you know. So I think that's also unusual to have like wind for like a full month, 2-3 months of wind. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, fam, show y'all a little bit of the farm real fast. Over here we got cabbage. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, the Swahili name for cabbage is boga. Seen? Yeah, man. We out here in Kenya, Africa. And this is this type of stuff we like to eat. Natural foods, man. All my neighbors is farmers, fam. You know, everybody in the area is a farmer. You could go to anybody's house, man. They got all that land, all them acres. So people is definitely farming on these acres, man. And eating natural foods, man, greens and such and such. Speaking of greens, man, I'm gonna show y'all over here. I think in America, y'all just call these greens. I got to get some spinach on the land, man. What we got right here, we call it skuma wiki. Seen skuma wiki. Yeah, man. So, I got to plant some more of those, get those going. Right here, sweet potatoes. For those who like their sweet potato pie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got that going on. We got a few pumpkins. It's a pumpkin right here, man. This is just, man, just the tip of the iceberg, man. As long as the weather is decent, we should be having a lot more food. It's about an acre right here, man. If y'all look over there, there's more land over there. You know what I'm saying? So this whole farm, this whole land is about 5 acres. You know what I'm saying? 100%. We got another section over there. That's where we keep the chicken. We got a couple sheep. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all those another time. A couple rabbits. That's where basically the animals be at. You know what I'm saying? And my man Witty over there kind of looking out for them. Yeah, man. This is pretty much the land over here in Kenya, Africa. Just giving y'all a little brief view of the land. You know what I'm saying? Right here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but corn. That's some corn coming up right now. Just planted some corn. Corn is one of them crops I would suggest everybody grow, man, because it grows very fast and it's very fulfilling. It fills you up. Corn and beans. Corn and beans, I think you can't go wrong. Even with the weather, I think you can't go wrong. Growing that cabbage, man, takes a lot of water. I'm not the one growing the cabbage. Dude is putting in work on that cabbage. You know what I'm saying? Certain plants do take a lot of water, so it takes a lot of work. So think about that if y'all, want to get into this agriculture, community. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, what else? What else could I show y'all? We got a couple banana trees. Take y'all over here real fast. See if we could get a quick glimpse of these banana trees, man. Some sugar cane right there. For y'all who don't really know about sugar cane, man, y'all gotta start planting it, man. Sugar cane tastes like candy, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Sugar cane be tasting like candy. That's a sugar cane right there, avocado tree. Small little avocado tree. I got a couple onions right here coming up, man. We gotta go harder, man. It's not a lot of food so far, but we definitely gonna go hard. You know what I'm saying? Food is free if you just grow it. You know what I mean? So, I don't see a point in not growing food when it's free. You feel me? The problem now is people don't have free time. Always at work, always at school, always doing other shit. That's not important when we know importance is food on the table. We do know that. We should understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because if your children ain't got food, your children ain't gonna be in a good mood. So I'm focused on food, man. In these times, like I said, the government just had a 40 days, 40 night shutdown. In these times, man, it's a lot of insecurity. So you want to make sure you have food. Like my brother said, Lead Farmer. Go over there and check out Lead Farmer on YouTube. Like the Lead Farmer said, man, what you gonna do with gold and silver, man, when you're starving? You feel me? I'd rather trade some, some corn, some beans, you know what I'm saying, some pumpkins. I'd rather trade some real food, man. I say corn and beans, rice and things like that, because those can be preserved. You understand? Those don't really have a shelf life. So you wanna aim for those foods, man, because people, when you hungry, those are the foods you're gonna want. Greens you can always get. Greens grow year round. But rice, beans, corn, stuff like that, man, shit, you can't go wrong. So yeah, fam, just beautiful day on the farm. You dig? We gotta get this farmer a name, man. I see the brother, Lead Farmer actually. Naming his farm Freedom Acres, you know what I'm saying? And we got another channel called Black Acres of Gambia. So, people naming their farms. I don't know about really naming my farm, but, you know what I'm saying? Here the farm. This is the farm right here, man. You dig? So, yeah, man, we live in the farm life now, man. We live in the rural farm life. It's real quiet out here, I don't know how people want to live in congested environments with noise and everything going on around them. Just crazy. Y'all can hear how quiet it is out here right now, man. All y'all really hear is wind. You dig? All y'all really hear is wind. You ain't gonna hear no loud ass, you know what I'm saying? Loud ass shit in the background. People bumping their music or whatever. Nah, not out here, man. We live humbly, in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Go to the village areas, man. We live humbly. As y'all can see, I ain't in no big old crib out here, man. I'm out here in what we call a shanty, a shack. You see it? But you know what? My neighbors got big old houses. You understand? My neighbors is in mansions and stuff. So, man, you don't have to necessarily live in a small little crib, you know what I mean, out here, man. You can go ahead and get you a mansion out here, man. Move to the rural areas, move to the countryside, move to the village. Get you a mansion, man. What's stopping y'all? You dig? It's only like 50,000 if you move to another country. 50 to 100,000 for your mansion, man. I mean, people pay car notes, man. Higher than that. 60,000 for a car, 70,000 for a car. Put that 50,000 on your house, man, and get it perking. So, just a little view of the Fizarn, little view of what we trying to do over here, man, in Africa. You dig? And you best believe, man, everybody's a farmer in Africa. If you ain't a farmer in Africa, man, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your brother, your sister, somebody's doing some farm work, So consider that, because I know it's not really a culture in America to own a farm. Consider the fact that in other countries, not just Africa, we can talk about Asia. Man, majority of the people are farmers or have somebody in their family that is a farmer. You did? So yeah, man. If you got a cousin that farms, man, you can always go to your cousin's house. Hey, yo, cousin, hook me up with some food, man. You feel me? Of course you want to come with a little bit of money. You don't want to ask for free every time, just because it's your cousin, just because it's your friend, your family, relative, You don't want to just be like, man, can I get them for free? Here goes some tomatoes. These are the small kind of tomatoes. I know y'all see them in the store over there in California, man. I remember seeing them out there. Yeah, man, these are some nice tomatoes, too. These is wild tomatoes, actually, fam. They kind of just grow by themselves. So, yeah, we got a few of those on the land, too. Yeah, man. I'm just here to encourage my brothers, my sisters. Get out here, man. Grow your own food. It ain't nothing but planting a seed in the ground, man. Gotta provide the rain. Trust God to provide the rain, man. When the rain come, you know what I'm saying? In these times, I gotta say, if the rain come, because we dealing with some scarce times. You understand? We ain't in no regular times right now. 40 days and 40 nights government shutdown, man. You know, and they just concluded that shutdown. So y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time to get active. It's time to start telling people about solutions and ways to, ways to accomplish what they're trying to do, man. And be worry free. Is the point. We all want to be worry free, man. Whatever it costs for land, you got to understand on that land, as long as it's a quarter acre, half an acre, man, you going to have some food. And however little food it is, man, it saves you on the grocery bill. Facts on facts, man. Don't forget you could get your cows and your goats and your sheeps and you could be eating meat. You don't have to look at those high prices of meat when you go to the grocery store. So, there's all the positives about having your own land, man. So this is the goal for all us to have our own land, man, and at least have a land where your kids can call their own, man. Because they might render us all homeless at one point, man, Yeah, at some point I could see them, making things so hard that people are homeless. We talk about the government, hey, man. We can't give you a place to live no more. You're talking about the government, man. You in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? And once you're homeless, man, people don't really think about it. Once you're homeless, you can be rendered a useless person in society. And when they render you that, they can actually lock you up. They can put you in prison for that. You dig? So, we got to think about that, man. If it's not land for ourselves, what about our children, our grandchildren? It just takes one person in the family to purchase the land for that land to extend throughout the family. You don't want to sell your land if it's a productive land. You don't want to sell it because your grandchildren one day will be on that land, So, yeah, man, things to think about, man. I know Americans are not a lot of landowners, man. It's not a lot of landowners over there in America, man. So we need more of that. Even here in Kenya, people don't understand the value of owning land. But like I said, somebody in your family is gonna own a land. You dig? Trust and believe that. So we're all connected some way, somehow to cheaper, afford more accessible food. To where we could just go to our neighbor, man. I got neighbors around here. I could probably just go to their spot and just, I got a few coins over here. Can I get some cabbage? I got a few coins over here. Can I get some carrots? Can I get some potatoes? All the neighbors is growing food, man. It's really, really real. So something to think about, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. You dig? Get your point of view on these situations. When y'all drop comments, man, please don't drop no comment talking about, man, Africa's expensive, man, land is expensive. I don't want to hear none of that, man, because especially with your Western dollars, man, y'all sitting on Western dollars, man, 5,000 to get you a land in Africa, man, and I'm talking a nice size land, man. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. And y'all could put together a nice little shack like what you see me have right here, man. This shack don't cost nothing but like another 5,000, right? Free rent. You know what I'm saying? There's no electricity hooked up and nothing like that, but we got free rent. I got a solar panel, So, we don't need the electricity. We got water. You dig? As long as you got water on the land, that is a beautiful thing. That's how we're able to keep this cabbage going throughout a drought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it has been a heavy drought, but that cabbage that y'all see right over here, so this big old pumpkin patch, you know what I'm saying? What y'all see right here is due to the water that we have on the land. So make sure you have water on the land at the least. And man, you ready to go. You ready to go. Make sure that paperwork legit. Make sure you buying land through somebody you trust, somebody you see as godly, that they not gonna do you dirty. Because man, if people ain't trusting God, man, how could you trust them? You know what I'm saying? In 2025. You know, 2025, somebody want to tell you they're atheist, man, I can't trust you. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have told me that, fool. You dig? I really don't understand that. You don't believe in nothing? Okay, cool. Well, then if you don't believe in nothing, man, you understand me, man, you know, then you're pretty much, you know, you'll bow for anything, you know? Yeah, you ain't stand for nothing, you gonna bow for anything. So at the end of the day, man, you know, we going into a satanic system, you know, a 666 system. You understand what I'm saying? Where they trying to take us into the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? And oh, you know, man, if y'all don't believe in these things, you know, I find it funny. Some people believe in the devil, but they don't believe in God. Man, how the hell do you do that? You're a Satanist, but you don't believe in God. Nah, man. I think you do believe in God. I think you just trying to, you know, make it seem like that's not the case. Because you cannot believe in Satan without believing in God. That's like me believing in God without believing in Satan. There's good and there's evil, you know. The government has to be evil for not telling y'all, man, go out and get your own land and grow some food. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, man, what more could somebody say to you than that to make you understand that they care about you? Because if you're growing your own food, you're not buying it from me. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, man, I think it gets no more realer than that whenever somebody hops on internet, hops on social media talking about, man, grow your own food. You dig? The reason they telling you that is because they got their own food and they don't need your food. If anything, we could do some trade, some barter type of thing going on, man. But if you got food on your land, man, you really don't need none from your neighbor, especially if you're growing all the things you eat. You dig? You can just grow all the things you eat, man, and that's enough. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mr. Mueti, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so something to think about, fam. You know what I mean? Grow your own groceries. You dig? Redirecting channel. You know what I mean? That's their slogan. Grow your own groceries. So, you know, man. So you basically, you don't even got to go to the damn store all the time. You don't got to go shopping all the time. Oh, man, I need tomatoes. Oh, man, I need onions. You ain't got to do that all the time. If you just grow just a little bit, you probably be at the store like once a month. Real facts. So something to think about. We out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about this topic of freeing ourselves, you know, and just growing a garden. You know, whatever it takes. Just, you know, at least trying. Like I said, you start with corn and beans. That's about the easiest way to begin a garden. Straight. So yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. You know what I mean? One love. We'll chat with y'all later. Bless it. Yeah, man.